Welcome back to another brand new episode of Non-Typical Nation. I'm your host, Brody Teale. This week we have a super fun episode to share with you guys. We've got my good friend Charlie with us this week. Charlie's filmed some incredible content for us over the years. He's written some great articles on nontypical.org, and he is back with another Alberta hunt. This week, Charlie is hunting whitetails with the bow. This is a super exciting one, and we're going to tie in some taxidermy with this episode as well. Now, Charlie, kick it off. Tell us what this hunt meant to you.
This deer was pretty special for me. I've been chasing after Pope and Young deer for 7 or 8 years. The priority has been to make sure I get it on film so I can share it. And this year, everything kind of came together for me, and I was able to get it all. And, you know, Brody made this deer look incredible for me, so I'm just super fortunate.
Everything worked out. Charlie had a ton of action all season. We can't wait to share it with you guys. We've got some taxidermy excitement to show you at the end of the episode. But until then, let's roll right on in to this week's hunt. Enjoy.
Non-Typical Nation is brought to you by Get Booked Inc., Portable Winch, Kent Cartridge Canada, APA Archery, Antler Obsession, Badlands Canada, Dry Shot Canada, 222 Metalworks, Dave Booth Taxidermy, Recounting Outdoors, and These Fine Outfitters, Canadian Wildlife Adventures, Alberta Bush Adventures, Pure Passion Outfitting, Lac La Biche Fishing Adventures, Nature Fellas, This year's title outfitter is Hunting Crick Outfitters. This segment is brought to you by Get Booked Inc., Canada's premier booking agency, giving you all the power to book activities anywhere with a few simple clicks.
Okay, guys, there you have it. So the first, 6 to 8 weeks really produced a ton of deer for you, Charlie. You sat in that same stand and hunted that same field for, 150, 200 hours, it seemed like. But a lot. And there were a lot of deer, but no arrows were released. Tell me about those first couple months of the season.
It was actually a lot of fun. Every sit, I had deer in front of me. I was able to get some good content, good film. But in the middle of July, I got a trail cam photo of this deer in velvet, and I just knew as soon as I saw it, this was the deer I was going to try and shoot. He was daytime active in the area, so I knew that upped my chances of killing him. You got to know where these guys are on their feet in the daylight if you want to have a chance at them. Then you just got to hunt the right conditions. So anytime I had a north wind, a west wind, or a northwest, I hunted. Anytime there was a cold snap coming, I hunted. And eventually he was going to come out looking for a doe, and he did.
And he did just that. Let's jump right on into that exciting day.
All right, here we go again. It's starting to get a little tiring here, but got a few days left before my rig fires up. It's going back to work after this weekend, so got a couple more days to get it done, and then it's back to work for a while. Good side of that is, after I get done work, it'll be full rut. End of November is usually a pretty good time. So, gonna get all geared up. Head in for another sit tonight. Alright, I'm back in the tree, and it should be the start of the rut anytime now. When I pulled into the field here where I get out to gear up, there was about 15 deer in the field, including one really nice buck. I didn't get a great look at him because obviously he was running, but he's on his feet. So I'm in nice and early. I got 3 hours of daylight here. I'm gonna try and put something down.
my God, I drilled him. Oh my God, I just shot the biggest buck I've ever shot at with my bow. And I drilled him. I know I did. I heard him crash already in the bush. This segment is brought to you by Dave Booth Taxidermy, Northern Alberta's foremost wildlife studio. Specializing in taxidermy, tanning, skull works, and international exporting.
Wow, the big buck has stepped out. This is a moment you've been waiting all season for. Charlie, how did you feel?
Honestly, my heart was racing out of control. As soon as I heard this deer, I could hear him scraping his antlers in the tree. I said I wasn't going to mess around, and I got my bow, I got my camera centered on where I thought he was going to come out, and I drew my bow as early as possible. And in the end, I'm glad I did, because I was able to stay nice and calm when he gave me a shot.
That was a heck of a shot. That deer came out, he was on the move. You got him to stop and you wasted no time and absolutely nailed him. Now let's jump right back into the action and go find this buck.
Meh.
Oh my God, I drilled him. Oh my God, I just shot the biggest buck I've ever shot at with my bow. And I drilled him. I know I did. I heard him crash already in the bush.
All right, so it's November the 3rd. I just smoked a really nice buck by my standards. I found the arrow and there's blood all over it. And I actually heard him go down over in this opening over here. So, pretty confident. Yeah, he's right here. Here we go. Voila. Yes. Look at this thing. Holy cow. What a nice buck. Super tall 2s and 3s. Really long main beams. Good mass. All right, folks, there he is. My 2023 Archery Whitetail here in Alberta. Nice mature buck. Very typical. Not gonna have very many deductions here. Really long main beams. Good mass all the way through. Really tall 2s and 3s. Tips almost touch in the center, but it does have a good inside spread as well. Just a really nice buck. I'm super happy with it. Happy to share it with everyone. All right, folks, thanks very much for letting me share this hunt with you. And Brody, thanks so much for bringing this deer back to life for me.
Charlie, it was an honor. I really appreciate it. You know, this deer, it is an absolute brute, and I am thrilled that we could do it with you. I want to share with everyone kind of the pose we chose and why we chose this form. Now, this pose and this form, this is a semi-sneak wall pedestal with a right turn. We could have done just a regular shoulder mount with a right turn, but the wall pedestals allow us to turn the deer's neck a bit more aggressively, and it just adds a bit of action to the whole scene. When you arrowed this deer, it came out and it turned right, so we wanted to replicate that, and that's exactly what we did. Now, this form, it really shows off a lot of the muscular feature on this deer. These Alberta deer, they are big, they are muscular, and we wanted to focus on that and show that off, and that's exactly what we did. Now, the cool thing with this form in particular, we use these all the time, and it doesn't matter what angle you look at it from, it's going to look incredible. Naturally, this is how this deer would hang on the wall, but if we turned it, look at that. Doesn't that look phenomenal, guys? It really shows off just the mass on that deer, the huge muscles and shoulders, that mature face. I really like this angle on this form. And then if we went the other way, you've got that aggressive right-hand turn. So this is a semi-sneak wall pedestal form. I knew right away, as soon as we were kind of discussing what form we wanted, I figured this would be the perfect fit for this buck, and you agreed. But that's that. I want to share some of that with you guys. We've got some time-lapse videos that I filmed of the mounting process and also the finishing process on this deer. I want to share that with you guys before we wrap up this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. We greatly appreciate it, and we'll see you next week for another brand new episode of Non-Typical Nation. Well guys, I cannot say enough good things about Portable Winch. I am on a solo Alberta moose hunt, and there is no way I would have pulled this moose out of those willows there, but the winch did it no problem at all. Now, I'm gonna get some photos and take care of this moose. Huge shout out to Portable Winch for not only getting my quad out of the muskeg, but now getting this bull up on a nice spot where I can do some skidding.
I'm Brandon Clark from Nature Fellas. We specialize in trophy lake trout, bull trout, and rainbow trout fishing in the Peace region in British Columbia.
Hunt, fish, and explore the Saskatchewan wilderness with Pure Passion Outfitting. All-inclusive bear hunting, waterfowl hunting, and jet boat fishing trips. Book now at purepassionoutfitting.com.
The hunter who harvested North America's biggest whitetail in 2023 trusted the Recounting Canuck HD. The remote POV function allows you to self-film in HD for up to 10 minutes. Numbered photos in the app ensure all your photos are being received and get cell coverage where others won't. With more features and proven performance than any cellular trail camera on the market, seasoned outdoorsmen across North America trust the Canuck HD from Recounting Outdoors. Make every shot count.